Okay, just hit the got it. So that just hit got it so you all can continue. So today's really it's a cool day. It's one of the favorite parts of what I've had the opportunity to do over the years. And we're going to talk about a couple of very important components to your greatness. And the first one is belief. Belief. What is your level of belief in what it is that you're pursuing? And I didn't understand the power of this before I had already activated belief in my own life. I didn't know just how powerful it was until I was able to look back and understand it. Steve Jobs did a great talk at Stanford's graduation years ago, and he talks about how when you look back, you can connect the dots, but you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking back. And when I had this initial dream, vision, idea that I wanted to be a full-time working actor, that's what I wanted to do with my life. When I got that particular vision, my belief was unshakable. Now, my belief was not in alignment with my current circumstances. At the time that I made that decision, I was a college graduate with a degree in psychology, which is useless in terms of career aspiration unless you go and get a master's or PhD or get your MD, etc. And I was a late bloomer. I didn't start acting until after I graduated college. And at that time, I was living in Cleveland, Ohio. I was working as a substitute teacher, and I was cast in my very first community theater production, which was a production that I had to pay to be in because you had to buy your own costumes and do your own makeup. So like there was nothing in my current circumstances that was in alignment with me being a full-time working actor living in New York City. And in Cleveland, there were no other actors that I could talk to. There was no example in my life of someone who was an entertainer and made a living full-time doing that. So a lot of times what you really have to understand is the power of your vision must be bigger than your current circumstances. And you also have to embrace that your current circumstances are not your conclusion. Your current circumstances are not your conclusion. Make sure that you're muted. Somebody's not muted and I can hear background noise. Please check your phones. Thanks. So me making that decision, I was out of my mind. I had a very strong quality to what I was aspiring to produce and create. And it didn't matter to me. Like I didn't care what other people thought. I didn't look to other people for validation because I was clear in my own mind what my outcome was. Many of you throughout this journey, this is why we're doing these things in this order. Your ability to have clarity in your outcome has to supersede anybody else's opinions, anyone else's ideas or input, unsolicited feedback, whatever else is happening in the industry, in the travel space. None of that matters. It doesn't mean that you can't learn something. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be aware of what's happening, but it doesn't have anything to do with what your outcome is. And because I had so much belief in